Well, that was a good ride. I still have a vibration in that right front wheel. I shouldn't say still have, because I've changed these wheels back and forth a whole lot, but I feel like I've narrowed it down to that wheel. And I still have the two Kragers and the tires. I had a couple of tires that weren't fabulous. They had a good bit of wear on them, but it drove good. It had a little vibration, but I think it had a little less than these have. What I may do is just sell these Kragers and those two Western wheels. I got two more Kragers back there and two more Western wheels there, like 7-inch or 6-inch wide. These are 8 and 10. Oh, let's see. I got a bunch of stuff around here I could sell. What I'd like to do is get me a set of old style American mags like we used to run back in the 70s. And I see some for sale every now and again. The thing about the old style Americans is they're not an adjustable wheel. What that means is they've got a Chevrolet hole in the Chevrolet wheels and a Ford spaced hole in the Ford wheels. Ford's 4.5 inches diameter, center lug to center, well, center circle, however you want to measure it. And Chevrolet is 4 3/4. But if I could sell these and get enough for them to buy me some old style Americans to put on here, I'd do that in a heartbeat. And I might just make that a goal, just to do that. And in fact, I might pull these back off and put those other Kragers I had on here right back on here, and then just put all these wheels up for sale. And then once I find me some old style Americans, I'll sell off the other Kragers that I've got. That's what I'm thinking about. I don't know if that's the way it'll work out, but that's what I'm thinking about. Oh, the joy. So, I hadn't had breakfast yet, so it might be time to start thinking about eating something today. I've gotten in the habit of not eating breakfast lately. Don, when I was over at his house a lot, he said he never eats breakfast, and I got to thinking, that's probably not a bad idea, because I could stand to not eat quite as much as I do, and if I cut out eating breakfast, that probably wouldn't hurt me a bit. That's Mike's picture. I keep Mike's picture in the car from his obituary. All right then, let's go in the house. I made a nice video from yesterday when we went on the lake with the blind people, but I'm not going to make it public on YouTube unless they give me permission. I know they wanted me to make a video for the benefit of their organization, but I don't want to just put it out for anybody to see it unless they give me the okay. So I'll put that up and y'all can see that one. And I ought to finish up. I've got a couple videos left, and I really hadn't had one where I've said, okay, I'm done with the air conditioner. It's fixed now and it feels good. So that might be this video right here, because it feels good. It's working good. I'm happy with it. Oh, the joy. Thanks for watching. I appreciate y'all. I've had quite a few people lately just make comments about how they've been watching me for 14 years, and they're glad to see I'm still here. And I think some people may be glad that I hadn't changed that much. I mean, I know a lot of what I see on YouTube isn't like it used to be back in the old days, and I don't necessarily love I don't love a lot of the stuff I see, which is a shame, but it is what it is. All right. Well, let's go think about it. Let's go think about it a little bit, and then we'll come back and we'll do something. Not sure what. Oh, the joy. Those are not bad looking wheels. I mean those tires are a little smaller, but that's not a bad look. But it feels different with those smaller tires on there. When I drive it, it's just got a little bit of a different feel. And I'm not sure I like that. I do like the looks of them though. I might try just one more time. This wheel ain't out by much. I may just spend some more time after I rest a minute or two, because if I could shift that wheel by about an eighth, 16th, or an eighth of an inch. That would take that would do it right there. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen. I'll let you know whatever we decide to do.